Good evening. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Downing?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the City of Covington, Kentucky Legislative Meeting. The day's Tuesday, March the 10th. The time is 6:01. Calling the meeting to order. We've already had the pledge. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Ackrey?
Here.
Commissioner Downing?
Here.
Commissioner Smith? Here. Commissioner Tebby?
Here.
Mayor Washington?
Here.
We have our quorum and are duly qualified to conduct business.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I'll entertain a motion to dispense with the reading and approve the minutes from February the 24th.
Make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Downing. Second by Commissioner Ackrey. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to dispense with the reading and approve the minutes from February the 28th.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Tebby.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Ackrey. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to dispense with the reading and approve the minutes from March the 3rd.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by the Vice Mayor.
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Downing. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving to the public comment section of our agenda, we have one person that wishes to speak before the commission, and that'll be Mr. Phillips.
Hello, Commissioners, Mayor. My name is Samuel T. Phillips. I live at 300 West Pike Street, Covington, Kentucky. We, the people of Covington, gratefully acknowledge the native nations of Turtle Island on whose ancestral homeland we gather, as well as the diverse and vibrant indigenous communities who make their home here today, not limited to the Cherokee, Hopi, Chickasaw, Shawnee, Lenni Lenape, Delaware, Miami, Osage, Chippewa, Shoshone Grass Folks, and Choctaw nations, and the Anishinaabe peoples, land back and protect what is sacred. Every time I visit this hall, I have been beginning with a land acknowledgement, hoping this commission and mayor would grasp the importance of recognizing the sovereignty of our indigenous hosts and adopting our own acknowledgement tailored by local and existing indigenous peoples who thrive yet continue to struggle to retain their right to the land we stand. A right under constant attack of colonial natures of history and the present. We have yet to see the day we pour in the truth of an acknowledgement, just as we passionately do with the pledge to the people at every start of these meetings. I have been coming here regularly for 3 years now, beginning the same way, and I have seen 2 mayors thus far. The hesitation begs to question how often we hold space for the indigenous folks of our community, Kentucky, here in Covington, to sit in counsel and company with their guidance before development. Every brick we lay, every reform we pour, and every unaffordable housing we raise without expressed permission, let alone counsel of our indigenous relatives, is a continuation of erasure of their history, culture, and desecration of sacred land. It is a daily reminder of our country's collective history repeating itself and practices of colonialism across the globe. We, the people, hope Covington will continue to take opportunities to disrupt these patterns locally, beginning to collectively heal the healing process and rematriating the land we belong to here. This also begs the question of how many indigenous folks we are approaching to tell indigenous stories and histories beside Covington's whitewashed historical plates around our town. It begs the question of how many indigenous artists have been approached to tell their stories in art installations in the city. We are telling the histories of our city's boroughs, but none of ancient tribes born of this stolen land. We hope to hear a land acknowledgement this year to begin dressing and treating these wounds. Every year there's a recognition of the missing and murdered indigenous women across the nation. And in Canada and all over, recognizing and honoring and raising awareness of the missing and murdered indigenous women. It's called Red Dress Day. That's on May 5th. And also the children that we have lost to residential schools and taking the land is celebrated and honored on September 30th. The last thing I'll say is has nothing to do with what I just said, but at Point Park is a coffee shop right here on West Pike Street. It offers vocational opportunities in the barista arts, aiding individuals with intellectual and developmental differences to reach their highest potential educationally, residentially, and socially. I've been putting on open mics around town called the Wild Onion, and we're going to be doing an open mic there on March 8th. It's going to go from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., and it's a call to all helpers and healers, because we could all use a bit more healing, whether in solidarity or in search of how to become more part of the healing in our communities by helping in our ways to get through together. We invite the work and experiences of everyone's expression of this growing through storytelling, poetry, comedy, and song. So that'll be, it's a Saturday, and I'm going to try to continue to be doing this in different spaces, but I would love to do it during the farmers market when that's going down. So
Thank you.
if you got something to share, y'all, come on through. All right. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips. That will conclude our public comments. No one else has signed up. Any presentations? No presentations scheduled. Madam City Manager.
Good evening. Just one thing to share this evening. Hopefully our community has seen the information put out by KYTC and then shared by the city on the changes coming to the 12th Street Bridge, Wheeler area in the next week. Those are anticipated to happen on Monday. And so we're trying to get the word out as much as possible to the folks that live, especially in that area or travel through that area. That's all I had, ma'am.
Any questions for the City Manager? Commissioner Tebby.
Just regarding the 12th Street Bridge, have we reached out to that resident that was speaking about Wheeler just a few weeks back? He sent us a couple emails, a gentleman, and he spoke at the City Commission meeting probably about a month ago.
I believe we did, and I'll circle back with some information.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you, Madam City Manager. New business consent agenda. Will the clerk please report?
In order authorizing the mayor to execute an additional 1-month extension with J.S. Held for owner's agent services related to Covington Central Riverfront Development. In order authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with Hunter Nepshield for the purchase of a prefabricated restroom for Barb Cook Park. In order authorizing the mayor to sign a purchase contract with the Commonwealth of Kentucky on behalf of Kentucky Community and Technical College System for the purchase of real property located at 438 Scott Boulevard. In order authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with Verdantis LLC, formerly CT Consulting, for engineering services for the Public Works Department. In order authorizing the mayor to execute a collective bargaining agreement with AFSCME, AFL-CIO, Local 237, effective July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026. In order authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with St. Matthews Fire Protection District for the purchase of a used 2009 Pierce tractor-drawn aerial for the fire department. In order authorizing city staff to initiate foreclosure actions on 5 properties as part of the city's housing initiative. In order appointing Shayna D. Bloomline to the Housing Authority of Covington for a 3-year term effective March 11th, 2026 and expiring March 10th, 2029. In order reappointing Christopher Henry to DeVue Properties Incorporated for a 2-year term effective March 14th, 2026 and expiring March 13th, 2028. In order reappointing Dennis Williams to DeVue Properties Incorporated for a 2-year term effective March 14th, 2026 and expiring March 13th, 2028. In order reappointing Brandon Mims to the Human Rights Commission for a 3-year term effective March 15th, 2026 and expiring March 14th, 2029.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I'll entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda as presented.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Ackrey, second by Commissioner Downing. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Thank you. Madam Clerk.
An ordinance amending the Covington Neighborhood Development Code, Chapter 158 of the Covington Code of Ordinances to 1, allow changeable copy as part of a principal detached sign within the AUC Auto Urban Commercial District, and 2, adding a formula for the measurement of sign illumination.
I'll entertain a motion for the reading of the second ordinance, or second reading of the ordinance.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Tebby. Second by Commissioner Ackrey. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Ackrey?
Aye.
Commissioner Downing?
Aye.
Commissioner Smith?
Aye.
Commissioner Tebby?
Aye.
Mayor Washington?
Aye. The ordinance is now passed and is law. Next order of business is commission discussion items. Do we have any commissioners wishing to discuss anything? Seeing none. Any comments from commissioners? Vice Mayor Smith.
So I'll be super quick. The first thing that I was going to say, for those that don't know, our Covington firefighters are putting on the most delicious fish fry. So make sure to attend and get there early, especially if you want things like shrimp, because I missed out on that. The second thing, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone that participated in the Bonded Spirits Festival. For those that don't know, the Bonded Spirits Festival is put on based on the Bottled and Bond Act, which was the catalyst brought on by John G. Carlisle. The whole deal about the Bottled and Bond Act is to make sure that the stuff that we're drinking isn't weird and random and people aren't pouring things in there. So this fella, John G. Carlisle, I think you all know, we already recognize him. He was a teacher here. He was born in Kenton County. And I have to give a huge shout out to Richard Dickman and Smoke Justice for really pushing this. It's a driver to people coming here. So thank you to everyone that participated. The last thing that I want to say is, I mentioned it's Women's History Month, so I'm going to shout out a couple other gals and embarrass you guys, and I hope that's okay. Well, it's going to be okay. So first, from HR, Cindy Lewis, I appreciate all the work that you do. I did a little recon on you. I actually did not realize that you are a vet, that you have over 20 years of experience, and you were hired after over 60 applicants were reviewed, and you play classical music, and you have a deep appreciation for our employees and their quality of life. So thank you so much. I hope you're super embarrassed, but thank you for everything that you're doing. And then the second thing that I learned today is one of the gals that work for us, Susan Ellis, you are wonderful, and you make me smile every time I see your posts on Facebook and in person, and she is one of the most dedicated employees that I've seen and takes so much pride in her work, and it makes me smile more than you know. She was named, I believe it's KCMA's clerkiest clerk, which you were the top clerk in the entire state, which is an incredible honor, and we're so very lucky to have you. So thank you so much for your work. Thank you for making all of us smile. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Madam Vice Mayor. Any other comments from the commission? I just have one comment, and that is, as Vice Mayor Smith mentioned, I was at the Bonded Music Festival, Bluegrass Music Festival downtown. My family is big into bluegrass, and it was a very, very nice, well-attended event Saturday night. A lot of people coming to our city and enjoying a nice night out. So my hat's also off to Richard Dickman, who not only did it in his neighborhood, but he made sure that it was spread throughout our community, Central Business District and Main Strasse. So it was good seeing everyone having such a good time. So with that, I'm going to entertain a motion for the commission to go into executive session pursuant to KRS 61.810, Section 1, Subsection B, for deliberations on the future acquisition or sale of real property by a public agency, and KRS 61.810, Section 1, Subsection C as in Charlie, for discussions regarding pending litigation. May I have a motion? Motion by Commissioner Ackrey. Second by Commissioner Downing. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. With that, we will now go into recess and go into executive session. Upon conclusion of the executive session, we will not be coming back in the regular session. Have a good evening. Thank you.